So hello, welcome everyone. So there is a video which everyone was asking me to make. So here I am with this video. The video was everyone was saying just share your journey how you managed to pass CS executive. So this is the video for that only. So I would say I started in January only. When I passed CS Foundation that that in 25 January, I guess. Then I enrolled in 5 days for CS Executive. The first subject which I started studying was tax, because I always knew tax is the longest subject. Then with that the other one was company law. I started studying with tax and company law. Then I opted for FM and CMA. I always wanted to give both modules, but till June and July, I would say I couldn't even cover 20% of my syllabus. There will be many reasons I will tell you. The first reason was I was not consistent. The second reason was I was so irregular. I was so confused in different notes. I was so confused in different faculties. Just don't get stuck, or just don't waste your time in thinking about different faculties. Just choose anyone and don't get confused in different notes. Just choose module. This is my biggest preference. Leaving company law behind beside and maybe income tax beside, just choose module. Then because this is the main reason why till July my 20% syllabus was not completed even. In July 15, I guess, I got to know about Unacademy, so I joined it because I again wanted to start the whole course, because previously I studied but maybe I couldn't click with the faculties, so I again started and I completed the course. Then by December or January, I wanted to give December attempt but it couldn't, because I completed it by January only. I completed the regular lecture till January. Then now I will give you the subject wise bifurcation, okay? And my main focus will be like, if you are giving both modules, then first of all, company law. In company law, I will be very frank that how I managed. I bought summary notes of C.A. Harsh Gupta sir. It is 25 pages summary note, which is actually consisting of the whole module. And what I didn't rely on it. I took the printout, I added sheets after every page, blank sheets, and then I started reading the main bare law book and added everything, or I added every amendment which I felt is a shortcoming in that summary book. So in a way I made that summary book a full package. So I would suggest to make such summary book for company law, because you can't rely on module and a bare law on the last day when the next day will be your exam, and that too when you are giving both module. Then first the other subject, that is SBSE. I would say for part B specifically, I actually left the part B for last few days. I don't know why, but I left the part B for last few days because I felt like there is something to this very much to retain, and I should do it in the last few days. In SBSE, I would say once you are done with your regular lecture and once you are done with your knowledge wise preparation, there is a faculty on YouTube, CS Shubham Modi sir. Just rely on his marathon or his revision, because he almost cover everything from exam perspective. I also revised from his YouTube marathon only once I was done with my regular lecture, and I also referred his notes only, and I again added any shortcomings if I felt like, okay, like the way I did in company law exam, company law notes. For the next subject, which is JIGL, I would say it is the easiest one, and although I couldn't afford to get much marks in it, but still I am saying this because the major reason is it's the first exam, and you get a lot of time. You can give as much as days you want for its preparation. You want it won't be like other subjects, when other subjects won't be getting any vacation, when any holiday in between. You JSGL, you can take as many holidays as you want in JSGL because it is the first exam. Also, it is not that technical. Okay, so there is nothing much, and how I managed to revise it once I was done with my regular lecture. After that, I revised it from module only, and used CS Shubham Modi sir's YouTube revision. Okay. Then income tax and GST, I would say just revise income tax and GST as much as you can till your exams. Okay, maybe 3 times, 4 times, and just take the day before your exam. If you are giving both modules, you won't be having time to complete the whole syllabus, to revise the whole syllabus. I would say what I felt. Okay, so on that day, main focus should be on GST and custom, and once you are done with the GST and custom, you could revise whatever you could of the direct tax. And when in exams also, just try to be cautious about each and every marks of GST and custom. And once you are done with GST and custom part, and which is also relatively easier in exams, when you are done with that part, then jump to income tax. Okay, and attempt 20 to 30 MCQs as much as you could. Just focus that those GST and customs should be very good. Okay. Then when we come to module 2, things will start with SLCM and EBCL. For me, when I was done with my regular lectures, I got a faculty on YouTube, that is CS Rahul Thakwani sir. He helped me a lot because I would say at the end days, I did ICDR, I did the part B of SLCM, I did part C of EPCL from him, and it was like I was so equipped with those chapters because of him, because he explained it very well. So he helped me very well on last few days when exams was approaching. Then in SLCM, I referred module, module only, and on the last day, when next day was exam, first I did the ICDR, then I did part C, and then I revised whatever I could. And when it was too late and I knew that I couldn't afford to revise more by my own, then I watched lectures of CSES Shubham Suklecha sir on YouTube. For EBCL, it is very difficult to go through module. I know that. So choose any faculty as you like. I wasn't so much cautious about EBCL. I don't know why. I gave it. I did few chapters from module like Competition Act, and did few chapters from notes. I don't remember whose notes I opted for, but I just use anybody's notes. But for competition law, I would say refer module. Okay, and don't forget to read the first few pages of module in competition law, which is theory part, but still they ask in the question. Okay, and in parts of EBCL, you can you may refer to only important questions because it is a logical part. I won't say you should do that. I will say if you are not left with any option. Okay, don't do that intentionally. Then in CMA and FMSM, I would say CMA is the most easiest subject of CS Executive, and then comes the FMSM. Okay, for CMA, what I did is I came after giving my income tax exam. I guess it was income tax exam or whatever it was. I came and I slept. I woke up at 9 or 10. Then referred C. Amit Talda's sir's notes and past papers and the model test paper which is given at the end of the module. And when it was so easy, I guess, I would say. Then for FMSM, for FM, I referred CS Mohit Chaucer from MEPL classes on YouTube for revision purpose. Okay, so it was good. Actually, it was good. And for SM, you can choose any faculty as I told earlier. And I would again say FMSM is relatively easier, so it is not going to make any trouble. So this is how I manage. I would suggest in theory subject just try to cover 100% syllabus, and while giving exams try to attempt 100 marks exam. And for MCQ subjects try to attempt 90 to 95 MCQs. The reason why, because negative marking is 0.25, and if you happen to mark 4 wrong answers, your one right answer could nullify the effect of those 4 wrong answers. So you can take risk. So this is all about how I revise, how I manage to pass sales executive. So if you found anything helpful, so it will be my pleasure. Thank you.